You're listening to BS the podcast with
Benny Philhauer and Sal Zizzo. Enjoy!
When you're 34 and you're still playing, you can come talk to me, all right?
Oh, damn. Ike, you okay over there? I'm surprised your 56-bit internet modem has held up over there.
Welcome back to BS the podcast, episode numero dos. Welcome, Sal.
Happy to be here once again, sharing these nice conversations with you. And we have a very special guest coming up.
Oh, man. This guest is one of a kind. We're going to be very excited to talk with him. First, let's just mention some of the things we're going to talk to him about. A lot of things going on recently, Sal. Some soccer, a few other sports.
Always soccer.
A few other sports as well going down right now. We got the NHL Finals, Stanley Cup. Game 7, I think, is either tomorrow or in a couple days. And we have the NBA Finals right now, which Kevin Durant's going to throw a little spin for us here with coming back and playing these final games.
Let me ask, who would you like to win?
Well, I'd like Toronto to win. And by the way, by the time this goes out, Toronto might be the NBA champion already.
That's true.
We're obviously doing this on the night of Game 5 for those of you that want to know. But, we expect Kevin Durant to come back tonight, and I actually think the Warriors are going to win, unfortunately, because with Kevin Durant, everything changes.
Yeah, but there was arguments beforehand that everyone was saying, Golden State, to be honest, I think they're better than with Durant, or they're better without Durant than they are with Durant.
No chance. First of all,
you didn't hear that dialogue.
No, I heard it, but it's ridiculous in my opinion. With Durant, they are without a doubt the best team in the world, and you can't even get an upset on them, in my opinion. Without Durant, they're still the best team in the world, but then it's a little bit closer to fair. And then when they have Klay Thompson injured as well, then Toronto becomes a better team than them. Steph Curry can't carry the entire team, even with Draymond there. So I think Toronto got pretty lucky with a few of those injuries. Obviously Durant and then Klay as well. Klay I don't think was fully there for game 4, even though he played.
They basically just rested him, said, hey, let's
for game
throw
3,
this game.
Yeah,
and
game 3, they rested him and they got crushed. In game 4, he played well, but he was still not fully there. So I think Kevin Durant coming back, if he's anywhere close to 100%, anywhere close, maybe even like 70%, I think they're going to win 3 in a row. I really do. And 2 are on the road. So we'll see what happens. I wanted you to make a bet for me.
Yeah, I know.
Don't you live in Vegas?
I do. I could have, but you didn't come through. You were trying to wait for Durant to see if he was going to play, and the odds dropped. I was
honestly thinking about taking the bet without knowing if Durant would play and then hedging it tonight with Toronto winning. So that
you have
for some reason he doesn't play tonight, then I win the Toronto bet tonight. And if he does play and they win, then I got him definitely for Game 6 and Game 7.
Yeah, my cousin was saying an even better bet is that he wins MVP. Because you think about it, if they win, he's MVP. That's for sure.
I don't know for sure. I just think that because
unless somebody blows up on his team, but he's the reason, obviously.
Politically speaking, that would look so bad when he only played 3 games in the series. I think he is the most valuable player on that team, but I don't know if he would actually get it. But we'll see what happens in that series. I think Golden State will come back if Kevin Durant is playing. It won't shock me if Toronto wins. Obviously, they got to win 1 out of 3 games and 2 are at home, but Durant is best player in the world right now.
Is hockey talked a lot about in Kansas City? I mean, are there a lot of St. Louis fans since Kansas City doesn't have a team, or?
I don't know. There might be. Some of our listeners can probably
weigh in on that.
Yeah, weigh in on it. I honestly think Boston's going to win it. They just won Game 6 last night in St. Louis. I thought that was St. Louis's chance. Boston, I think, is a better team, so I think they'll win in Game 7. But who knows? Game 7, anything's possible. And hockey is a crazy sport. I've seen a few.
You should see the type of support they give out here in Vegas for the Vegas Knights.
Dude, last year they almost did it.
Yeah, but every person has a Vegas Knights license plate, and hats and gear, and it's just crazy the type of response they've gotten.
And
here.
they're soon gonna have the Raiders, right?
Yeah.
And now
I don't know if the
that
Raiders will do as well though, just based on like they're not like Vegas born, if you can say that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Raiders are. I don't know. If they had rebranded it and made it like a Vegas team,
Right.
I think it would have probably done better.
And
but
I heard there might be a
don't know.
soccer team there in the works as well, potentially.
Yeah, and I actually think that'll do really well. I think there's 2 groups vying for it, actually. One is the Vegas Knights owner, and they would play at the Raider Stadium, and the other is basically the Las Vegas Lights USL team owner joining up with the city and building a stadium in downtown and kind of regentrifying that over there.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah, it would be like a 25,000 seat stadium. But I actually think that would be kind of more like a Portland Timbers vibe. I think it would do pretty well. And then the other one would, you would hope that it would turn into like a Seattle or Atlanta based on the amount of fans that would have to fill up the stands.
That would be cool. That'd be a fun road trip, I can tell you that.
Yeah, that would be. That would be.
And then I'm sure we'll delve into a little fantasy football as well at some point in this podcast.
Yeah.
Although we're still a few months out, Mr. Ike Opara, who used to be a big part of our massive fantasy football league that we created 5-6 years ago and very dramatically pulled out of the league a couple years ago. And now I heard he might want back in.
Yeah. Well,
so we'll talk to him about that as well. And,
there is a buy-in fee, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's like, what is it, $200 million to get into
Something
MLS?
like
It's got to
that,
be something like that too.
And then there's like a monthly fee. We're like a country club.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, we will get to all that and more right after the break, and we'll bring in our special guest, Mr. Ike Opara, current player for Minnesota United, who, by the way, Sal, we're playing an Open Cup in just a couple days. Hopefully this comes out. I think this would come out on Wednesday, so right before our game goes
all right.
Wednesday night. So let's welcome him on the show.
Yeah.
Let's introduce our guest, Mr. Ike Opara, Ike Opara, IO3. I love Ike. I like Ike.
Ike.
Welcome, Ike.
You forgot Daddy,
Ike.
though.
Yeah, Daddy, that's for EPB. We'll have him on the show one
No,
day, too.
don't. No, it was more than just EPB. Don't go rolling him under the bus. It's a mass thing.
Oh, was it?
Ike, long time no see, man. How is Minnesota?
But yeah, the last time I saw you, you were pissed that you lost to us in the Georgia Dome or wherever it's called, Mercedes-Benz. You were
Georgia Dome.
You guys
I
were
was doing the dirty bird after the game.
you and oh man, yeah, you were pissed. But no, Minnesota's
yeah.
good. It's the weather. It's finally warm here. No, it's nice.
nice.
It's been good so far.
Dude, last time I played against Sal, I think was Open Cup final. Did we even play against each
Yeah.
other last year?
No, I was on the bench for the LAFC game. I remember I saw you after the game. That was you guys played well that game. Wait, what was the score of that game?
Oh yeah, the 5-0 game.
Yeah, it was 5-0.
Oh,
We didn't deserve that.
But no, that wasn't
Well, it's
deserving.
weird.
What was it? 2 penalties, right? There was 2 penalty kicks.
I don't know, Sal.
well,
Whatever.
Benny left the team, and now they're Barcelona. So I
Yeah.
think it's pretty easy to figure
Barcelona's
out.
And Colorado's like creeping up now.
I guess it's easy to see who was weighing
Guys,
those
stop.
teams down.
Can you guys stop, please?
Yeah.
I've been cursed for a few days now. Okay, we're gonna get over the hump. Don't be assholes.
Hey, language.
Barcelona is actually emulating LAFC at this point. So
I mean, Vela could be better than Messi, and K looks like a modern prime Yaya Toure, just man in the middle of the park.
Bro, honestly, the first day we got to LAFC, Bob was talking about how Carlos needed to be like Messi.
Yeah, I
and
saw that on the
he
ESPN,
probably-
And everybody was like, Bob,
Insider
stop.
thing.
He was like,
Yeah.
Carlos he may be good, but stop.
Come on.
And now
And now
he's doing
he's
exactly Messi things.
yeah.
It's not normal.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would have laughed in
genius.
Bob's face right then and there, I think.
Do any of you guys watch Westworld? Anyone on HBO?
I used to, and then the second season started getting a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, exact same thing. But doesn't Bob, when he dressed in all black, doesn't he look like that guy from Westworld? The bald guy that was the cowboy? Spoiler alert, the guy
Ed
who
Harris?
was playing
Ed
the
Harris?
old guy. Yeah. Looks just
I don't even know that.
Check it out. I'm sure
Like,
if you
why are you
type in
moving?
Bob
Sit
Bradley.
down, bro.
I'm sure.
Ike's trying to move and find better Wi-Fi. I don't know how close he can get to his neighbor.
The 56-bit is.
Guys, I have CenturyLink and it's trash. So Sounders, do better. Do better, Seattle. Is this CenturyLink Stadium still? Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Or is it
linked,
Xbox
dude.
Field? Yeah.
No, it's Quest. No. Quest Diagnostics.
Are we gonna talk about anything, Sal?
Yeah.
No.
Hit me with some questions. You guys are boring me.
Yeah.
I got plenty of things I can do.
Honestly, right before you came on the show, I was giving the introduction, and we were talking about the NBA Finals, which I know you like basketball more than football, so we can get into that for a little bit. But I was telling him how I wanted to make a bet that Golden State would come back and win this series, and I wanted to put like some big money on it because I am a huge believer that Kevin Durant's going to completely turn this series on its head if he is indeed playing. And as I am watching the score right now, he is playing and they are winning.
What's the score? Honestly, I don't know.
It was like close to halftime and they were up a little bit less than 10 points. So they're up by 5 points with a minute and a half left in the second quarter right now. And dude, I'm pretty pissed off at you, Sal, because you didn't get my bet in, and I'm pretty certain that this is going to happen, and you're going to hear it for the next 10 days until the series is over.
So, yeah, if you'd like to pay for a helicopter pad, then I can take my helicopter to the nearest casino when you give me 5 minutes notice of making the bet. But if you don't give me 5 minutes notice, it's pretty impossible. And I'm not a degenerate, and I don't have gambling on my phone. So,
bro, Sal's a real estate agent now, Ike.
Is he really?
I am, Ike. Yeah.
Man,
so
I've
if
lost
you
touch
want
with
some
you.
investment properties, let me know.
Well, I quit fantasy football for a year because I'm boycotting that stupid league, and I forget everything that you're doing now. Good for you. Congrats, Al. Congrats.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Hey, funny thing about fantasy football, I'm hearing rumors, not directly from the source, but I am hearing rumors, secondary sources, that Mr. Kentaro Ishii is no longer going to be with us this year.
Well, yeah, he lives on another continent, so...
Dude, he watches Sunday Night Football on Tuesday.
Honestly, I don't even know if they're behind or ahead. I don't know.
Bro, I know...
I think he was scared that we were going to make him do a K-pop song if he
lost.
Dude, he took second to last place. By the way, your team that you took last place this year. And Kenny should have taken last because his team was awful.
I built a powerhouse, and so this guy, whoever you sold my team to, clearly is the weak link of this league.
Oh man, we're gonna be.
I think he was starting. I think he was starting like Josh Gordon. And
it was a trust the process moment. He was
guys.
It was the team changed hands, and he was going in a different direction.
You don't understand how devastated I am for Josh Gordon. Just as a human being.
Caleb?
And Joshua Caleb, that's my guy, kind of. I've never met him, but we didn't know his middle name. But held on to him all these years, and I just want him to get better in life, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So,
well, we all do. Hopefully he does improve his livelihood.
Yeah. So, Ike, you just got married, huh?
I did.
This guy invited no one. He just did it at the courthouse.
Whoa. Slow your roll here. No, we didn't. We invited our families, which was great.
How many witnesses
Only
were
the
there?
special people in his life.
Yeah, those that matter to us. So, your invite was never coming.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we did it on a dock.
Understandably. Did you guys do it at Isle of Capri?
Well, we did Lake of the Isles, actually, in Minneapolis.
Okay.
Yeah, we did it on a nice scenic. The best thing about it was we got to do it with those weddings are. You entertain everyone that's come in because they've traveled a long way, so you really kind of delegating your time to other people. So it was nice to be able to do it, just our families. But we'll have a celebration, I think, or another wedding, actually, next off season.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So.
Oh, so you guys got married a little bit ahead of time, even though you're going to do the big ceremony later. So when is the baby due?
Yeah, that's what a lot of jokes came with the shotgun wedding. Oh, good one, guys. Good one.
Oh man, we're gonna get
good one.
We throw that joke in there, and Ike just crushes us. I mean,
you gotta come with better material. You
gotta sell the joke, bro.
Sorry, guys. I'm just authentic, even though that's one of the rules of life. Fake it till you make it, but I can't do it.
Yeah, I heard that from you a few times. So when's the big ceremony gonna be?
I think next off season. So
in a year and a half still.
Yeah, give or take.
Will I get a invitation for that one?
Listen, I'm taking. Yeah, probably.
Maybe just Michelle.
Yeah, actually, we just want Luca to attend.
Michelle and the kids.
Don't know how he's gonna get there yet, but that'd be
Frankie,
great.
you should invite Frankie though.
Well, yeah. Can I have Frankie now? Since you clearly
You
don't
could put
give
a-
her
you could
any time.
Put a little pillow
I
on
do.
Frankie's back, and he could be the ring bearer.
It's a girl, by the way. Frankie's a girl, so come on. Frankie's my
That's
dog.
what I know
For you
about
guys
Sal.
that have- Frankie's my
Well-
dog for anybody that doesn't know who that
Yeah.
is. But
Yeah.
but Ike took care of her a few times, even when he was injured. What did you have
Oh,
that one time that you
Benny,
literally couldn't walk?
I never told you the story. This is gonna be great. It just hit me now. So yeah, I had my chondral defect in my right ankle. A lot of things happening. No, whatever. You were at the All-Star game in Colorado, and so I did you a favor and just dog sit because last second you didn't know you were gonna be an All-Star that year. Whatever.
No,
So
no chance.
I'm dog sitting for you, and first off, there was I think day 2 I was able to start walking, and so I'm walking Frankie, who is a bulldog, by the way, and a very powerful bulldog, and so she's dragging me down the street because I have no stability in my ankle, and so I remember this the whole day, and so at night it was 2 a.m. maybe, and I hear her barking, and I'm like, I'm not
Really?
going out there, I'm not doing it, I don't care, I've dealt with you enough, Frankie. And she's crying for hours, I think, which could
Benny.
be 5 minutes because you're half asleep. But then
Benny, why did we have Ike do all our favors for us?
Wait.
Let me hear the story, Sal.
I wake up in the morning, I walk outside, I open the door, Frankie, huge pile of poop just right on the wood floor.
And she's barking at it?
Well, no, because she had to go use the bathroom the whole time. And so I'm assuming she wanted me to go out.
Yeah.
So
For sure. Oh, God.
Yeah,
I feel bad for you. What'd you do with the poop?
I don't know. I'm assuming I cleaned it up, but then I definitely had some of your Kit Kats because you leave a million Kit Kats in your freezer.
Oh, man. That was a Prairie Village home, right?
Yep, that was.
Oh, man. That poop probably stunk
I
up the
used
whole
to-
house then.
Yeah.
When I was going to New York, I had Ike look after my car, and it was like
What do you
snowing
need?
in
Your
Kansas
car looked
City.
over.
My
Can't
my
you just
Jaguar.
leave it in the garage or something?
No, it was outdoors. My Jaguar had never been in that kind of weather. And I was like, Ike, I need you to start up my car. And the guy's coming to deliver it to New York. And he's like, it's not starting. The battery's dead. He had to get a guy to jump it for me.
Bro, that's reminding me of the story with Ike's car. You remember his parking lot? Where it would
Yeah,
get,
that's where I
Oh,
used to
man.
park.
where it would go underwater if it rained like
Yeah.
five inches
Yeah,
of
it did.
water and it's just
You
like
couldn't
go
park
underwater.
towards the back fence.
To be fair, Kansas City has the worst drainage system maybe in this country.
Which doesn't make sense because
Yeah.
it rains a lot here.
Yeah,
Makes
and it's
no
got like
sense.
3 hills, and apparently, no, it's a little hillier than that. I'm not gonna disrespect Kansas City.
Bro, your parking lot was on a like 45-degree angle where the front of the parking lot, if it rained, it was bad news bears.
Then I got garage parking. Long story short, car wasn't saved. Oh well.
Good.
So, Ike, you brought Minnesota into some relevance in the MLS.
Sal.
They were bottom dwellers there for quite a while. You guys, you brought some
well,
validity to them. So
I came, built a stadium, dude. He built a stadium for the team.
he built a stadium. He gave them
Is that a
decent
question?
reputation.
Like,
a
what do you-
mid-table team, a respectable mid-table team.
Sal, we're not even halfway through the year, and you're just going here and come on.
You're just short. You're just short of halfway through the year.
All right.
But hey, they've never been this far, this half through the year. So
Yeah, they are a different team with Ike. I think Ike is looking at. He was telling me he really wanted to be captain, right, Ike? So you shipped off your captain as well.
he's really like the LeBron James, just puppeteering the team behind scenes.
Yeah, I tried to football manager some TAM, GAM, spam, and all the other mechanisms in this league, and so
Yeah, Which-
no,
none of us will ever understand.
I don't think you need to understand it.
Ike, by the way, I think this will come out on Wednesday morning. That's our hope, which will be the day that we play against each other in Open Cup.
Okay.
It'll
So,
be
any
the first time.
predictions?
It'll be the first time that you play against Kansas City since you left, right?
Can I give a prediction?
Sure.
Yeah, you can give a prediction.
Since
Sal.
I'm kind of the neutral guy here.
You're the unbiased guy.
I think it's gonna be like a 1-1 draw.
Oh, yippee! Overtime.
Yeah, so it's going to be overtime. I'm not sure if it's going to go to penalties or if it's just going to end in OT, but
If it's just going to end in OT, 1-1.
someone's going to win.
Is someone going to score in
someone,
overtime?
someone's going to win. All I'm saying, my prediction is it's going to overtime.
Bro, overtime, I feel like there's never goals in overtime.
Yeah.
Ike, listen, the stats came out, the running stats came out for this Toronto game that we just last played, and my stats were through the roof.
No.
Well, I mean,
Through
for
the
me,
roof
right?
on
I was like,
distance covered, right?
I was
Of low
average for
intensity-
everything. Average for everything.
Low
Usually-
intensity running.
10 sprints for the game.
Bro, I'm
15
doing good, all right?
decelerations, which
Hey,
is like
I'm
walking.
34 years old, Ike. All right, I'm 34 years old. When you're 34 and you're still playing, you can come talk to me, all right?
Oh.
Oh, look at me, I'm 34.
Yeah,
I'm
and Sal, you can't talk to me. You've retired already.
I've already retired. I'm 2 years younger and have retired, yes.
No. Okay.
My body is just different, Benny. It's just I'm just more of like, I need my body to work to play soccer.
Bro, maybe you can make a Landon Donovan comeback, bro. That would be nice. And like, he made what, 3 comebacks?
I think 7.
He did. He did. No, he
counting.
made 2. One in Mexico.
No,
Or, no,
he-
3.
3.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
He came back and played just now. What was it, Leon?
San Diego Soccer.
No, I think it's in the indoor league, Benny. I don't think he's in the
San Diego
league.
Soccer.
Anyways, I think you could do that, Sal.
Yeah,
One day.
maybe. I think it could happen.
So I'm
We'll
gonna tell you
see.
right now,
I
if
actually
your life
don't. I
resorts to-
actually feel healthier than ever because I had my knee cleaned out in the off season.
Oh, wow. You heard it here
so-
first, folks.
Yeah.
He's
Don't
ready
call it
to
a
come
comeback
back.
after 2 weeks. 2 weeks
Don't
retired.
fall for it. That's what everyone says. They retire, and then like after a few months, they feel good. They think they can go back at it, and they play
Yeah,
one
no.
game of
No,
men's
I've
league,
gone.
and they know
I've gone
better.
for some jogs and been sore off a light jog. So we'll see.
We
We'll
had
see.
a good conversation with Andy last week about retirement, and I'm wondering when do you plan to retire? When do you want to play till like?
I don't know, man. That's a loaded question. I just go day to day. You should know
Is
that.
it kind of one of those where whenever you feel like you're done, you're done?
Yeah, and I'll know when I'm done. But listen,
And to follow up on that, do you enjoy playing soccer?
yeah, I do. I would gladly love a farewell tour like Kobe, but I know there would be maybe 1.5 over/under fans per stadium that I do my farewell tribute to. So
You get a good following here in Kansas City, bro. They still love.
Yeah.
Actually, when we played in Houston the other day, I saw somebody wearing an "I Like Ike" jersey. It was a number 3 jersey on the back. It said "I Like Ike."
you sure it wasn't for Eisenhower?
I am positive.
Okay.
Dwight didn't
I have
play
a
on
question.
Kansas
I have
City.
a good question.
Okay.
So Ike, do you still have ambitions with the national team? And has Berhalter reached out to you about playing?
Wait, are you taking the dehydrated piss on me with that question, or are you?
I'm being dead serious.
He
What?
just took
What do
the
you mean?
Claudio Bieler piss on you.
Yeah,
No, I'm being dead serious.
you're being serious
mean?
with that question. Let me think, Sal. Realistically, is there a chance? Yes, but
Okay.
I don't at all play. For that. I always think club first.
Of
And
course,
then,
of course. I'm
right.
saying, has
Well,
he reached out to you? Though?
No, and he hasn't. But I think if you always perform at the club level, you can't be ignored at the international level. So
Yeah.
that's what
Focus
my
on the
mind's
right things.
Right.
Good things will come. Yeah.
Bro, I hate to
Yeah,
say it from experience, but you can.
You can what?
You can play well at the club level and be ignored at the national team level. I can tell you that from firsthand.
Wait, don't.
I played the
compare
best
me-
year of my entire life, 2015. Never got called in.
Who was the coach?
Who was
What?
Who was the coach?
who was the coach? Who was the
Jurgen.
head coach?
What was it?
Oh, Jurgen.
Klinsmann? Eric Klinsmann?
Do you think
So,
if
I
you
mean-
and him saw each other in an airport? Actually, no. What would happen
would
if you and him
would
were
you even give like a head nod, like, hey?
No. Definitely not.
You just walk
But nothing
by.
else. But like not just I didn't see. Or do you want to make sure he sees you and then you big time walk by him?
Yeah.
No, I don't even care. I would rather just not see him.
Well, your Jersey Friday of Klinsmann was probably my all-time favorite jersey. Wait, didn't you wear that? Or was that a Beckerman jersey? I don't even remember.
It was a Klinsmann jersey. It was a
Yeah.
Klinsmann, yeah.
Keep performing well. I could see you there again, Ike. That's just my 2 cents.
Dude, and my 2 cents is there are a few guys that could potentially still be on that team that aren't.
To name
But
a few, let's
they-
hear them.
Well, I think Beasler could still be on that team.
Yeah.
I think Zeus, when he's healthy, could potentially be on that team with how they want to play, like as a right back that has good feet, can play in the midfield.
If you tell him to just be like a fool over there on Columbus, then he could definitely do that.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I didn't watch this last game. I watched the game against Jamaica, and obviously they didn't look very good. But, you know, it's like a process, I guess, with the new tactics and new coach and everything. But there's some guys that I feel like aren't really given a chance just because they're older, where I still think that not only are they better than some of the guys now, but they'll still be better than some of the guys in 2 years from now. So I don't know.
I have a question.
We'll see
So
what
I
happens.
didn't watch. I've just seen the results, right?
Yeah.
Are they pretty much trying to mimic how Columbus played?
I don't think so.
No.
I think it's like a little bit different because like I play with Kellen Acosta in Colorado, and he was in camp this last January, and he told me a little bit about it, and so it seemed a little bit different. I think that he definitely wants to build out. You know, that's one of his.
I would have liked to see him.
I think he's been a great coach in Columbus. I love the way he played.
He's
the
an
team
amazing
played.
coach. He's a great coach.
I just don't know.
My concern is if the U.S. can play that style against the top teams in the world and be successful. I mean, I would use like the athleticism that the U.S. has and just like press teams and press them like crazy.
So wait, Sal, are you in the mindset of you just want results, or do you want entertainment as well as results? Because you can't really have both if you're the U.S.
Well, okay. Would you say the New York Red Bulls are an exciting team to watch when they're playing well?
Would I say that they are?
Yeah.
I think
it's a high energy, high pace.
I think so. It's different.
Yeah.
You know, I think that they press, and then when they get in the final third, they like to combine and do some things that, you know, that's where they let their creativity show. But until they get there, it's a little helter skelter. But I think they can be very entertaining, actually. No, when I watch their games, especially, it's full throttle. I mean, guys are running all over the place. It's entertaining for a neutral perspective. Is that necessarily how you want to build a team? That's someone's choice.
I mean, it's a results business. I think if we want to,
because
be able to compete at the highest level, I think if you play that style of soccer, you can pretty much play that style against anyone.
Right.
And especially against teams when you surprise them and you're playing them for the first time and they're not used to it.
Well, okay,
you can really surprise teams that way.
Okay,
it's harder in a league where teams know your style and they've seen you play.
But in a World Cup, you think the U.S., let's say they're in a group of death, are they going to go in and counter, sit back and counter, or are they going to go out and be on the front foot?
No, I would go 100 miles per hour and just go for it. That's me. I mean, I'd rather do that than watch us absorb pressure for 90 minutes and then lose like 2-0
and see what happens. So you'd rather them go in and pose however they want to try to play, build out of the back versus Brazil.
Put the game on their terms.
And see what happens. So
you got guys like Tyler Adams that can run around like crazy and break up plays. I don't know.
I don't disagree with you. I'm just curious.
I think that could be a route to go, but who knows? Maybe he does that in the future. I don't know.
What I would say is I agree with, it's more interesting and more exciting to watch certain aspects of the game if you're more on the front foot. But I think a lot of being a good coach at the national team level, you got to play to your strengths of the players that you have. You can't at the club level. You can want to play a system like Peter. Peter wants to play a system specifically, and he's going to go out and get players that fit that system. You can go buy players. With the national team, you have whoever you have, and if they don't fit the system that you want to play, then you probably shouldn't be playing that system. And I think that's what probably Berhalter's trying to figure out if he can play the style that he does right now. So like I'll give you an example. When I played at Confederations Cup with Charlie played up top, Landon played there, Josie played there. Those guys had Josie not as much, but Charlie and Landon, they had so much speed that we were able to play compact defensively and then break out with speed, and we were exciting to watch on the counterattack.
Fair enough, yeah.
And so and
that was the way to go.
What kind of players you have, right? So I don't know what kind of players Greg sees and where he thinks people fit in, but I'm sure he's going to try his way, obviously, but we'll see if it works or not.
That's the beauty of
and I'm not saying to go 100 miles per hour against every single team. I think what I do think when I played in Atlanta last year, Tata Martino, he was like brilliant at knowing how to beat and break down another team. and we would change our style up almost every game based on who we were playing against.
But you had a set way of playing for the most part. You had
we
wrinkles.
did for the most part,
wrinkles.
but he would tweak. Certain things,
right?
You know, and so like against you guys, we suddenly went to a back four, but like we were playing with a back five and winning up until that point, and we were playing well the first 30 minutes before we got the red card, but
right,
things like that. He's not afraid to just switch it up based on what he thinks is the best route to win.
Yeah, I think
I agree.
I think he's gonna do great in Mexico too.
I agree with you, but I also say that you guys had the best team, player for player, in the league last year.
Absolutely, you
So
got a talent.
It
for
helps,
sure,
obviously.
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, here's our producer just joining in the middle of a call here.
Hey.
This is Nino, our producer, Ike.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk much.
I know who Nino is. He was in fantasy football with us, and he was notoriously the worst while I was a part of that league. So,
Bro, last year went 13-0.
I know. I heard that. I could not
13-0.
believe it.
Lost in the finals or semis that you lost?
Finals, I think. No, semis.
It was the semifinal.
Semifinals.
I leave for 1 year, and this guy apparently is the king.
He's the Mourinho 10 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, he would call me
Mourinho when he was
after
at
every
Porto.
year. He'd be like, "Do these guys just think I suck or something?"
Yeah,
what the
actually
hell?
I remember being with you one of those calls, and I was like, "Yeah, we do think he
These
sucks."
guys don't even know how good I am. They don't even know.
If we can find a way to look up his records the first 3 years, I'm not kidding you. He may have averaged 3 wins a year.
Bro,
Yeah.
it was. I'm sorry, but you didn't say. Nino didn't say to you, "Hey, did these guys think I suck?" He said,
Wait, you can't say it. You can't say
these
it.
guys-
No. I remember it verbatim. I remember what it was.
All right, I'll.
You can't say it.
What's?
You gotta keep that one down. I'm trying to keep you to have your job.
Edited version then. I'll give you the edited version. All right, do these guys think so? I can't say. Do these guys think I'm some kind of moron or something?
True story.
True story.
But hey, just a little update. Golden State up by 10 in the third.
Yeah, third quarters are the
12.
best.
12.
No,
Listen,
12.
we all know the
Oh,
game's-
nah.
the game's
Damn,
over.
you should have definitely made that bet then.
I hate you, Sal.
There's probably still live bets going on. You should probably do it and then jinx yourself into losing because that's how it always goes.
Which is what would happen.
At least Toronto would win. Like, I wouldn't mind Golden State finally losing, but they're going to win. Anyways, we talked about fantasy there for a second. I wanted to go back to it. If Kenny actually, he's scared, I think, to talk to me about actually quitting the league, since you know of all people what the rules were. But are you going to have interest after you boycotted the season for a year to come back in the league if a team opens up?
First off, has Goodell got his shit together? Because if he has, then maybe. And B, let's not act like you're some holy almighty king again. Because you once kicked out someone in the middle of the night because they weren't active enough in fantasy football.
This is the most
So
inaccurate
me leaving,
story.
so me
Don't-
leaving isn't
We should
like
boycott trading with him because he's just a master manipulator as well.
Bro,
is.
this is a
Straight
completely
bully.
false story that now like gets thrown around everywhere I go. Like I've heard it in numerous places. I've heard it in Colorado from
you took
Yoshi.
the Browns.
You remember
you took
Yoshi?
the Browns. You took him to Baltimore in the middle of the night, and Brownback didn't even have a chance to stop him.
I Art Modelled him.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is not true. That is a false story.
Did you not
but-
kick him out of the league in the middle of the
I
night?
kicked him out of the league, but it wasn't in the middle of the night. It had been coming for months. I told him to
Okay.
make.
Was
I told
he
him to be an
sleeping
active.
when you did the final exit? Was he asleep?
Maybe
He wasn't. Yeah, okay, so you kicked him out in the middle of the night at 2 a.m.
He left him a note. He
And
left
then
him
my
a
favorite
note.
thing
He
about it-
received a memo earlier
He was
that
served.
night.
He was served.
My,
Memo.
my favorite thing about if people don't know, Brownback was our trainer now. He's the Swope Park Ranger trainer. It wasn't like we weren't going to see him. We saw him the next day in the training room.
Bro, this man was being
Some
a
random
bad
guy
owner.
came up to him and said, "Hey, are you Jake Brownback?" And he said, "Yes." He's like, "You are served. You're out of the fantasy football."
This
But
is
no,
so dumb.
Anything else we need to talk about? Because people will probably hate us talking about fantasy football.
There'll be more time for fantasy football
Yeah.
once the season comes through.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But Ike, you didn't answer the question.
No, probably not. To be honest,
No.
I'm enjoying my life at the moment. Wait, unless he has a good team, and then maybe I can be bought.
He doesn't have a bad team. He got really unlucky with Le'Veon Bell last year. He obviously didn't play.
Yeah, that'll hurt. That'll sting. Well,
He's
maybe.
got McCaffrey and Le'Veon as his 2 runners. So
I mean, running backs all die. So what's the point of even sell me on some wide receivers?
McCaffrey's already
hey,
old.
you can come in and
McCaffrey's on his last leg already.
McCaffrey and Le'Veon are wide receivers too.
Listen,
well,
if you change the league to 8 flexes and a quarterback, so I can put all wide receivers, I'm in.
Yeah.
All right.
Fair enough.
Ike, since you've left Kansas City, who's the guy that you miss the most on the team? You can include people that weren't there last year.
You can be honest.
He said he doesn't tell lies, so
I don't tell lies. Man, that's tough. That's tough. I will say that I think it's hilarious that you got traded back the second that I left. And then you stole my locker. Rumor has it. Actually,
no.
Well, wait, no, that's not. I'm making that up. But someone did steal my iPhone cord out of my locker when I got traded. You animals! I got a box of all my stuff, that was sent to me, and I'm like, all right, cool. Going through it, I'm like, where's my iPhone cord? These animals didn't even let me have my iPhone cord.
Oh man!
So
who'd you sit next to? I'll find out who stole it.
Jerso to my left, and then Ely to my right, I think.
Meanwhile, it's in Benny's locker, and he's just charging his phone every day.
I feel like Ely sits right in the corner.
Yeah, I was literally the corner. I was the one next to, or is it Jerso and whoever was to my. I think it was Ely or Lobato, R.I.P.
I'll figure it out for you. Lobato, rest in peace.
Yeah. Oh well. But who do I miss the most? That's tough. I know who I don't miss. Let's put it like that.
Did KD get hurt again?
Oh God, here we go. Can we? Are you even listening to the interview? We're interviewing this man.
No, but I'm getting text messages saying if you look closely, something happened with KD's ankle and it pops.
So
I don't know if that's old.
That would have been the biggest jinx that I actually made.
Yeah.
No, he got hurt.
I don't know.
He got hurt again.
I want to.
Wait, KD actually get hurt?
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
I
saw his calf pop. Like they just showed a clip of his calf.
No,
pop.
he came back and then he was second quarter. He did try to make a move and he got hurt. Same injury.
So he's not playing anymore.
So he's not playing since second quarter.
He's done, bro.
Yeah,
Benny, aren't you? That is the ultimate jinx, Benny.
But I didn't bet it.
I know you're like king at it. Like if you.
But I didn't bet it. Had I bet on it, then it would have made sense that I jinxed it. But I didn't bet on it, so you can't say it's a jinx.
All right.
Would you guys
Anyway, Ike's gonna tell
all
us.
That complaining.
Can Ike tell us, please, who he doesn't miss?
Yeah. It's not about who I miss. It's who I don't miss. I don't miss Daniel. Couldn't take it. I don't.
Hey, he's like the one guy that might listen to this podcast for the team, by the way.
Well, good. Actually, no. Actually, before Daniel, it's Eric Dick. Eric Dick's my number one.
Oh man, poor guy. He sits next to me, close to me, in at the meals.
Yeah, he's just like he's too proper. It drives a nerve in me.
Gets you, huh?
I miss AZ.
He's been all right with me so far. I have no issues yet.
Okay, I'll give it some time.
And
AZ.
What about
AZ?
Seth? How do you feel about Seth?
Oh, Seth. No, Seth's fine. Seth's cool.
Seth's fine.
Seth's all right.
Okay.
He's Seth. Seth, I hope you're listening. I don't really miss you that much.
Seth, no chance Seth is listening to my podcast.
No, not at all.
He would not listen to this. Just knowing that we're on it, he wouldn't listen to it. Maybe if it was just Sal's podcast, he might, but not me and you on it. It's like,
in all honesty.
If it was a Royals baseball podcast,
if it's either about KU, Royals, or the Chiefs, he might tweet about it once every 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay, AZ's the guy who I miss the most because he racked up the most amount of fines I've ever seen in a human being last year, and I had questions of the day. Remember how we used to do the questions of the day with EBB?
Yes.
Oh, AZ was even more brilliant in terms of.
We're starting some of that. I'm gonna do a geography test for these guys soon. Remember I did the math test back in the day?
Don't do it. Don't do it. You want to have faith in humanity? Don't do that test.
This man AZ
we should wrap it up.
We should wrap it up. Is that wrap it up, Nino?
It's almost 40 minutes.
Yeah, but Nino's gonna have to cut some stuff out anyway.
Yeah, but I can't be on here from.
Oh.
I got like three crazy
Des-
girls plus
Is that-
two neighbor girls that are over here.
Is that
I'm
Destiny
gonna walk
behind you
into
with
my
the
house
knife?
and there's gonna be a ball pit in my family room.
Dude,
So,
there's a dark shadow coming at you. It looks like Destiny has a knife in her hands. Bro, can you tell
All
Destiny to take care of the kids for a second?
Jesus, Sal.
second.
Hey, have
He
you-
only has
just
to
tell
watch
you-
them
just
for
tell you using the bathroom.
hours straight.
Yeah, just go to the
Sal.
bathroom. Air
Sal,
quotes.
you remember when I came to visit you in New York and I went
Yeah.
into your house? You had moved in like 3 months ago and
We
you
still
still
had
had
boxes
boxes everywhere. Have you picked up that cereal bowl that you left at your bedside stand for the like 6 weeks straight? It was like worse. It was worse than a dorm room, dude. What's wrong with you guys?
What are you talking about?
Dude,
My house is.
There was cereal on the bedside table, and I asked you like, "Can't you pick that up?" And he said, "Oh yeah, that was Destiny's from a week ago." Come
Did
on,
I say
dude.
that? It could have been. Who knows, man? When you got kids, you're just trying to survive out there.
Oh man.
Ike, you okay over there? I'm surprised your 56-bit internet modem has held up over there.
Sorry, guys. I'm having a heart attack from laughing at you, idiots.
All right, Sal. Any more questions for this man?
Well, no. I think Sal really wants to
No,
go
Ike,
because
it
he's
was
got
nice
he's got
talking to you,
curfew
bro.
to get upstairs.
I gotta go.
But I'm gonna give PV a big hug when I see him, and we're gonna see how
Nice.
awkward this can get.
Nah, he'll appreciate that, dude.
Yeah, I think
I want to
so.
see you give Z. I want to see you give Z and Carrie a hug as well, though.
That's my guy Z. You know that.
All right, Ike. I'll see you on Wednesday night. All right, man.
All right, man.
All
Cool.
right, Ike. See
Thanks
you later,
for joining
bud.
us, dude.
Later, bro.
All right, thanks a lot, Ike, for coming on our show and enjoying a nice conversation with myself and Mr. Zizo. I think
Yeah.
that was a good guest, huh?
Yeah, Ike was fun to talk to, and I was being dead serious about him playing for the national team. I still think he could be a starter for that team. I mean, he's one of the best 1v1 defenders and most athletic center backs in the MLS, so I could see it still being a possibility.
No, I agree. I think he's a great player, good person off the field, always been a good friend of ours, and he helped build the mold that was the Benny Feilhaber show back in the day, and hopefully he could do the same for our podcast now.
Yeah, definitely. Wish him all the best, but we'll see. This comes out Wednesday, so we'll see who wins out of Kansas City and Minnesota.
Maybe we can even make him a more consistent part of the show, Sal. We'll ask him if he's got some time.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe he can fill in for one of us if we have to do baby watch or something.
Yeah, we got 6 kids, so we're not able to do this every other day or so. Ike's got plenty of time, but we do want to thank him. Thanks a lot, Ike, for coming on the show. Great guest as always. For all our fans out there, continue to watch. Keep telling more people listen. Keep telling more people to get out there and download or find one of our links. As we mentioned in the first podcast, we are available on SoundCloud, YouTube, TuneIn,
Basically every platform except
iTunes and the
iTunes
Spotify.
and Spotify,
for whatever
the two
reason.
most important ones.
For sure, the 2 most important have been like most complicated in getting our stuff approved. So hopefully
We're hoping
they will
to have that, yeah.
We'll have that cleared up, and hopefully the second episode will be on there much quicker than the first. I don't even know if the first is on there yet. We'll have to have a conversation with our producer, Nino. But yeah, any of those platforms will have our show, and keep telling people, get it more and more popular out there, and we'll be able to have more and more guests and anybody that you guys want to have on the show. Like we said, comments on all those Twitter and Instagram and all those things that younger people use that I don't even know about anymore, Sal. And then the email, which is the same, right? BennySalPodcast@gmail.com.
Yep, we've been reading them all, and we thank you for chiming in, and we'll keep a lot of your guys' remarks in our minds.
And I'll say that for the emails, if you guys want to have actual input on the show, which is fine with us, I think we enjoy seeing what people want to hear and stuff. Write on the email more so than on comments. Comments, I think, is harder to kind of check everything, so emails will be easier on that part. So we really thank everybody being part of the show, because I think we consider all the fans part of the show as well, right, Sal?
We do. We love our fans.
The tens of
the tens of people.
No, I actually think we had around 500 people listen to that first episode. I wasn't able to because it's all like messed up and there's 17 different places they can listen to, but that's pretty cool.
We need our producer to kind of give us a spreadsheet on kind of what we're looking at, because if we want to grow this thing, I mean, we got to know who our listeners are.
We got to know who's listening, what age group,
Yes,
male, female,
what they like to eat for lunch, everything.
Yeah, so send us all your daily activities on our websites, and Nina will put together some Excel spreadsheet to figure that out, and we'll get better in this. But I think it was a good episode, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. Take care. See you next
time. All right,
time.
Sal. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Later.